Hey there, welcome back and thanks for joining me. All my supplies and equipment are down in the description box below and there's links to most of them, so check that out. And if you'd like this video, hit that subscribe button. If you want to see new videos when they come out, hit the notification bell. Alright, coasters. We're doing these colors. Yeah, you can't tell that. It's a blue, brown, and a green. So those are our colors. I'm just going to layer them in this. It's a 30 milliliter cup. I've used it for something else. Perfect to use for this. So I'm just going to start putting some colors in. I'm not going to worry too much about where I put them, how I put them. Just, I want bigger blobs. I don't want to put thin layers. So that way I'll have bigger blotches of color on my coasters. Okay. All right, first one. Now, typically, you would pour like this, or you pour this way where you can see it, but I like to go this way where I leave it kind of behind me. I don't know, it just seems to pull out a bit of a pattern. And so here we go. This is coming out solid. I should have known that. Put something else in there otherwise. Whoa. So mess that top layer up so it will mix. Okay, now we're going to do something fun. Where's all my green? I'm gonna put some more in here because I'm so missing some green and some orange. That's gonna be gorgeous. Some orange. So all right, now let's pour something. I want to do this way. All right, I definitely want green to show up, so I'm going to stick some green in here. This is the great thing about doing this. You're not really committed hugely. Now, I'm still coming across a lot of others in there. I'm gonna blue in. So, maybe make small little layers. Usually I don't, and they turn out really good, so I'm not sure what my deal is. And the likelihood of all this that I'm just now doing right now staying on there is not grand. So what I'm going to do, because I have some light here, I want some light over here, I'm going to toss in a little bit of white, a little bit of blue, green, and a tad bit of brown. And I'm going to do this. Let's just see what that does. Well, I want my white. All right. We'll do it over here and see what it'll look like. Okay, well that's good. I'm gonna run right through here. I'm running out of white. All right, you get to see it all. There we go. Now, I want some blue in there. Okay. So now it's time to stretch this out. If I can keep a lot of this pattern, this one turns out so, so good. I am so excited about it. And you can see how some of this is ripply when I pour it down. That's why I call it the ribbon. Just, that's what it reminds me of. But it adds such distinct markings, and it's a really cool way to do coasters. Okay, so I'm going to layer up my cup again. I may change my little thickness of my layers. Hopefully I won't have to do them like I just did this last one. And I'm just alternating all the colors. So having not liked that one, I did one of two things. You can scrape it, start over, or just pour on top of it, and it will push it off to the sides and you won't have to worry about it. Now this one's got a lot better markings in the original pouring lines that I'd done. So yeah, this one will turn out pretty good, but you know, every once in a while you just get one where the paints don't land good. You just got to start over. Okay, we are back. Something I want to do before we get started too much. I want to move my light. I am fighting it. There. Perfect. All right. Okay, we are back. These are dry, and I am mixing up epoxy. So this is the KS resin UV protection or protector, whatever it says on the thing. It's UV thing. And I have got 30 mLs mixed up, so that's 15 mLs of A, 15 mLs of B. You want to stir for 2 to 3 minutes. Do not skip this step. This is really important. If you do skip it, then, and I've had this happen, thought I did a really good job, but I probably didn't. No, I actually know I didn't. The evidence proves that. So I had a streak of epoxy that wouldn't dry. It was tacky. For a week it was tacky. It's not drying. So I've attempted to epoxy over it, so we'll see how that turns out. My guess is it's a goner, and maybe do something different, or I don't know, put it up on the wall really high, nobody will see it. Okay, so I've got this mixed up. It is pretty clear, and that's also another indicator, but don't go on that, go on your time. I just think the time is more accurate to what you need to do. So that's my 2 cents. All right, I have found it takes 15 mLs to do 4 coasters. And I pour about $50 worth, maybe a little bit. Once you learn this, you can eyeball it pretty good. So that's, yeah, that's right at 15. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this up, and all I do is start swirling it around. I just get it moved around. I'm not worried about it being smooth. It does that itself. Now these are the cups I've used. I guess you can get them in the drink department or something at the store. But they are perfect size, and they're wide enough that they're not going to tip over. And that's what I use for my tiles and some of my pourings, but mainly my tiles. Now you want to be sure once you get the epoxy on that you go up under it and kind of drag out or rake any of the drips that you've got underneath. You can do that with your finger or a stick or anything like that. Just, you want to make sure you've got all them gone. I believe it's video 106 that I show how to apply the corks, and there was a couple places that needed to be heated with my embossing gun, and then I could take an X-Acto knife and it scrapes right off. It softens it that much. And I believe that shows that toward the end of the video on 106. Now I'm just hitting it with the heat gun to pop any of the bubbles. You want to do that a couple, 3 times, maybe 4, depending on what you're doing, and about 10 minutes apart. And that will ensure that you just don't have many bubbles and your finish is really smooth. And there we have it. That is how you do coasters. And I hope this gave you some great ideas, and y'all go have fun.